Any predictions for what you think is going to happen with this case again of fraudulent voting? And do you think it's not going to pan out? It's just more politics as usual, or do you think this may actually be contested?
Well, my concern is that the evidence that I've seen that is most compelling is statistical in nature. And that means that most people do not have the tools to evaluate even what it is evidence of. And if that were just the public, that would be bad enough. But courts are in a similar position because a court is not typically going to have a mathematically expert judge. What it's going to do is it's going to have expert witnesses battle about the meaning of these subtle statistical phenomena. And it's inherently going to be muddled, which means that when a judgment is rendered, it will be rejected by a large number of people on the basis that it doesn't go in the direction they want it to go. And we will be fighting over it. So it's hard for me to see, short of clear evidence of fraud would do one thing. I don't know how you get clear evidence of no fraud. That's unfortunately difficult, even if there was no substantial fraud. But the statistical arguments, compelling as they may be, and I've seen some that I find quite disheartening, those arguments are going to be a tough sell for anybody who doesn't want to hear it because they don't have to understand.
Right. Yeah, because it's all odds and numbers, and it's like, well, that doesn't make sense to me.
Right. Well, it's, for example, things like time series that say that something odd happened in the count because a pattern that had been quite consistent and was consistent in places where no fraud has been alleged suddenly breaks and goes the other direction. And what does that actually mean? Well, sometimes it means nothing. Sometimes it means ballots from some place that voted differently because places do vote differently come in. And sometimes it does mean something. And so the problem is an argument can be mathematically very compelling and still be very hard to follow for people who aren't trained in it.